Legendary UFC featherweight champion outlines game plan to beat Alex Pereira despite 60 pounds weight difference. Former UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski sized up Alex Pereira during a recent Q+A session with fans. Alex Pereira and Alexander Volkanovski share a few things in common, including their standings as two of the greatest fighters in UFC history. Outside of that, their physical traits are on opposite ends of the genetic spectrum, as there's a weigh-in difference of 60 pounds between them. But that didn't stop Volkanovski from revealing how he'd game plan for Pereira if they were hypothetically booked to fight one another. Pereira has surged to superstardom just a few years after becoming the fastest in UFC history to win belts in multiple weight classes. After defeating Khalil Rountree Jr. at UFC 307, Pereira looks ahead to a potential showdown with another elite light heavyweight contender in Magomed Ankalaev. Meanwhile, Volkanovski has proven himself to be an anywhere, at any time type of fighter during his UFC career. His short-notice attempt to become a two-weight world champion at UFC 294 showed fans and pundits he is as game as they come. Volkanovski will likely never move to 205 pounds in his career, despite admittedly being around that weight while competing in rugby. But Volkanovski answered one fan's hypothetical question about how he'd prepare to face Pereira inside the octagon. In a recent Q+A session uploaded to his YouTube channel, Volkanovski was asked if he'd fight Pereira. "Money talks, laughs, I'm not going to stand up with that bloke, let's be real, I'm gonna try to hang on to the legs and try to find that takedown," Volkanovski said. "Because if you don't, you're going to be in for some hitting, that's for sure. I don't think there's anyone that I wouldn't fight." Volkanovski is looking to bounce back after a knockout loss to Ilia Topuria at UFC 298. A rematch with Topuria is possible for 2025 if the current titleholder doesn't follow through on a proposed move to lightweight. After capturing the UFC light heavyweight title last year, Pereira defended the belt 3 times in 2024 and made a strong case for Fighter of the Year. While a timeframe isn't set in stone for his return, he's expected to potentially defend the title in 2025's first semester. Volkanovski and City Kickboxing are all too familiar with Pereira's skill set and the danger he presents inside the octagon. City Kickboxing standout Israel Adesanya has battled Pereira 4 times in their fighting careers, including twice in Glory Kickboxing. Adesanya's first UFC middleweight title reign came to an abrupt end when Pereira rallied late to finish him at UFC 281. But Adesanya got his revenge in their UFC 287 rematch, earning a Knockout of the Year candidate last year. While Volkanovski and Pereira will likely never get booked for a fight, Volkanovski's breakdown shows he won't back down from any challenge, no matter the steep climb it presents.